All right, folks, you hear that? The music has come down. You hear the game music. You know what's about to happen. It is the Bicky broadcast. First one of the Spring Tournament 2021 Final Fantasy Randomizer Chaos's Comedy Tour. My name is Dangwoo. I'm broadcasting it, testing out my internet connection, but you know what? The best part is I get to track it for y'all, and y'all get to see it. Plus, people on YouTube get to watch this also. So, great news for everybody. We are rocking it out tonight. As you can see, this is the second race of the Spring Tournament that has officially began. Thunderalot, probably one of the favorites of the tournament. 0-0 first match against ArsonHorse, a very old and familiar runner that is been around for quite a while. Literally joined in last minute, and they have both decided to do a 4-horse party. As you can see, it is white, red, black belt, thief. The white mage is able to equip the defense sword. Red mage got plus 40 the vitality. Black belt got plus 15 agility. And the thief got plus 40 HP. So more than likely, that thief is going to be going down relatively quickly. Yeah, as you can clearly see, Thunder has actually put it on there for me. So I made these notes, and Thunderalot has literally made it very simple for me. So, this is the Pod T, or the TFC pod. And also in this grouping, I look through this real quick here. We're going to be getting started here. Asher1611 and Danny3883 are also in this pod, so they will probably be looking at this match and seeing what kind of strategies both of our runners are going for. And as you can see there, Thunderalot has started. There goes ArsonHorse. We are underway. White magic proving once again that it is useless level 1. And Fire 2, Saber Lock 2, so not terrible. We at least have a clear spell. We will take that. Now, as this is a Bicky broadcast, I will probably be in and out trying to give a little bit of information, but it was more or less make sure you, the viewers, had a way of watching this and being able to keep track of all the key items that are found, along with orbs. So, sit back, enjoy. I didn't have time to look up any corny jokes, so I'm sorry. But we are going mute strats. Garland has been muted. Thunder is using the mute strats. I like it. One more Fire 2's got to hit hard here. First one hit for 82. Big money for Ars in the bottom left. White Mage takes a nap, so Thunder's in trouble here. We are going punching. Oh boy. There it is. We get the canal. That's always exciting. And the crown. The kindly old king is available. Now this is ArsonHorse's time. Ooh, Fire 2 hits for a whopping 52 damage. That we know Garland has about 140 to 150 HP. The black belt gets punched. The thief says, haha, I can dodge. Uh-oh, we're on punching strats already. ArsonHorse had to use a Fire 2 on a spider earlier. Oh no. I think this is a reset out, unfortunately. All that money. But hey, it's the motto for today's broadcast. It's Bicky the Pirate on the left-hand side. Pirate goes down. ArsonHorse has to reset out. And we get an adamant for our troubles. Arson's gonna see about any cheap weapons. There's a Felshin +2. That'll do really good work. Ooh, silver bracelets +4 for basically 1100. I believe those are 15 absorb normally. So that's about 23. That's an equivalent to basically an iron armor with that +4. So, very nice. Stop lock is available in black magic, level 2. Tier 2 magic, but doesn't matter because we got the big boy. The fade is available for the white mage, but Thundercloud says, nah, we don't need no white mage. There's a fire 2 that hit really hard for Arson. Should be getting pretty close here. There it is. Serenus, yeah, you need to plug in your headset. Makes it a lot easier. So big pickup here. ArsonHorse is going to catch up a little bit, you know. So he gets the crown, he gets the canal. We're visiting the Atom in here from Bicky the Pirate to get the cube. Wrong person. The old commentating and tracking thing. I gotta learn from the best. Where's Danny at? Help me push the buttons hard. Alright, so in this situation, Thunder obviously is going to go left. He's going to probably visit... Ooh, Arachnids with Mute. That's always exciting. So he has the Kindly Old King. He does have Fade available on the Red Mage, so definitely possible. We haven't seen Exit. We haven't seen Warp. Marsh could potentially be used. He does have that Thief up still. I think he didn't have a save, so he didn't do the Astos. But there's Quad X, Lit 3, good level or tier 3 magic. Quad X, very good. Power Word Death, kills anything with under 301 HP. Alright, Arson's finally able to make his way over to Provoka. Got held up by Garland. Unfortunate, but it happens. He's going to be rewarded, though. 2 of his casters are going to be able to use that very powerful Fade spell. He also had a lot more money compared to Thunderclad, because he checked those chests. Thunder did not. And Thunder says, you know what? We're going to get Fire 2 on our way to Crescent Lake because you know what? That's a lot of fun. Then his team's gonna sleep on the job. So if we look at both compositions, one of them, obviously the White Mage has gone down. We now have, with level 1 and 2 magic not giving us any life spells, we're starting to get into the position where White Magic locked is going to be happening a lot more now. So White Magic could pay off big time for ArsonHorse, especially in Exploration. But Thunder might also be going with a 2-person party here. Oh, those silver bracelets are... Arson, you want to pick those up. Those are good. Now, I don't think he knows all of... I know he's recently come back to it, so maybe he hasn't gotten completely used to the blessing and curses. Hopefully he'll come back to it. I didn't see what his money was, but for 2,200, 2 of those silver bracelets are really good. Here's a crystal pickup from the Sages. about to get the cube pickup for Arson, so I would say, what, 3-4 minutes, depending on how much he spends in Elfland. Where does Thunder go? Thank you very much, Enlightening Frog. That is actually Dark Moon. He rushed it out for me to get it set up for me so I could do this, and it looks like it was the herb, so maybe Thunder forgot about Northwest Castle, the crown? Yeah, he forgot about the crown turn-in, unless I missed it. Did I miss him taking on Astos? I don't remember him doing the herb turn-in. But we got a volcano dive. This is not incentivized. Opal plus 4 armor definitely sells pretty well. And he's looking for a ground. Okay, so Demon RHK hanging out in chat. I seen a Gregley puff. Seerness is up here. There's a defense sword. White. The white mage can actually equip that. But either way, that casts ruse when used, so that's still really good to put on a white mage if you need to keep it alive. If it has life, it's a last-ditch effort. And there's EXPs for a 2-person grind. Okay. Hey, there's Dwight too. And I seen pizza. Pete's in the house. Yeah, those low-level EXPs are, or PEDs, very worth it. As you can see here, he's going back into it. Doesn't have a whole lot of charges, but if Fire 2 can get it done, there you go. All right, we're looking pretty good here. This will at least get him started for sure. Hey, there's Chanigan out in chat. And there's our required loot. So Thunder really not missing out much. Potentially could miss out because I want to let everybody know the crown, when you turn that into Astos, doesn't actually get removed from your inventory. So if Thunder forgets or thinks he's done it, he could potentially spend a lot of time trying to find out where that loot is. Something to look at down the road. See how this plays out. I don't think so, because we all know Thunderclawed. For anybody that doesn't know, he's, like I said, a very top contender of this tournament. Very good player, so his chances of him forgetting that, very low, but it can happen. ArsonHorse, though, right behind Thunderclawed, though. I think he's beginning to get getting into the swing of things here. He's level 7. All around with 4 party members. The question becomes, how far does Thundercloud go on the left-hand side? Because the PEDs eventually will start running. Obviously, you can offset that by putting your low-level characters in that first slot. That is where the enemy's morale is rolled against. Nuke is Black Mage, Black Wizard only. Temper was Red Wizard learnable in level 6, so that's at least good news. Although we have Black Belt, so it's not like you really need Temper that much, to be completely honest. Oh, hey, look, you're walking out and you get more PEDs. How nice of them. Thunder says, thank you, I will definitely take that free experience. Alright, so Arson, where are you going? Ice Cave is incentive. Volcano does have a defense sword. He's going to Volcano also. He's going to search for items. So both of our runners are going to high five in the non-incentive Volcano. And Thunder gets more Red Hydra. So far in this Volcano dive, on just the random encounters, Thunderclawed is just... Oh, there's a ribbon. That is something Thunder will not be checking. That's a huge pickup. Resistances to all elements. Wow. This Volcano Armory is paying off. A defense sword, ribbon, and EXPs to get yourself going in the early game. And there's Crabcakes in chat. How's it going, Crabcakes? And for everybody out there, and if you're listening in from YouTube, or if you just happen to come across this stream itself, you can join our Discord and pick up a spectator tag, and you'll be able to be pinged anytime there's a race going on. So you can come on, join us, hang out with us, chat with us, find out how to run this randomizer. There's the defense sword for ArsonHorse. He knows he's happy. He finds the peds. He's going to be happy about that too. And I'm being told by Chat Demon RHK saying the seafood party platter has Thunder. Oh, exciting. C is going to be so much fun. Oh, lobsters? Oh, good. Not only do they hit hard, but they also cast a very powerful lightning spell. Left-hand side, Thunder going into Ice Cave, but he's looking pretty good. He's got good levels. I think he's mid to high teens with a 2-person party that's poisoned. Bold move there, Thunder. SVJ and Mr. Rossetti, the duo of poison sound effects, is having a good time right now. Being able to listen to that sweet, sweet sound of poison. Now, as you notice there, the red mage on Thunderclaw's side has over 475 HP already. That is plus 40 the vitality bonus. It's huge. Oh, we found Nuke? Oh, I look away for a split second and things got Nuke. Alright. So Earth Cave becomes a lot of fun. Woof. Chat goes woof, because they're casting Nuke. Let's say we got what? Earth Cave. They show up in, trying to think of all the places that would be really bad. I know Earth Cave, they show up. Marsh Cave, potentially. Arson's had to wipe out because of the Thunder Lobsters. There's the wipe by Thunderclawed. Oh, I've been corrected. Graphic says they don't show up in Earth. For some reason, I thought they did. They're wolves. The hashtag Never Ice is being set out in chat. So, Thunder finally able to check out that one chest before getting wiped out. Still hasn't cured his poison yet, so he's walking around just draining health. But the one ribbon lead for Arson could prove very beneficial. Oh, Frost Wolves with Blaze. So, regular wolves have Nuke. Frost Wolves have Blaze. Huh. Ice Cave is just filled with a lot of surprises today. Danny rolled this one, and she rolled a beaut already. Alright, so we get our first path difference here. Arson's gonna go Marsh. Demon. Of course Danny rolled it. Spiders have spells and skills. Uh-oh. The 15 agility fighter gets punched for 125. Do we find the incentive? Now, as you can see here, the incentives are actually randomized inside of each of the dungeons, one of the new features that we have done for the spring tournament. So, the normal eye tile, oh wow, talk about bad timing for your black belt to go down. That's a tasty tile. Thunder on the left-hand side found the 3 Agamas and Fire Giant, so had that black belt stayed up, yeah, he would have been off to the races there. He's already level 17 with that black belt, and that would have been amazing. And there's the ship, so we can leave the inner sea now. So our progression more than likely is an ice cave, unless the floater pops up here. We do still have the adamant turn-in, or I'm sorry, the crystal turn-in that we can do on the board, along with the Marsh incentive. But as I was saying, so as in ArsonHorse is in Marsh right now, it is no longer vanilla. Now it could be in where the wizards are, but it could not. It's now basically randomized in any of the chests in Marsh except for the lock chest. That has been separated. So it's no longer being able to just dive into a dungeon, bypass all chests without checking anything. You kind of actually have to check things now. Looks like ArsonHorse has kept the thief down now. There's the chime pickup. So he has Mirage and Sky open. And he's still checking. Ooh, Gersharks and Big Eyes. Wow, if these roll low and he can actually do this, that's going to be pretty good. Although the black belt's getting punched in his face. Oh, high rolls. We'll take it. Big experience. 4,000. This is going to let ArsonHorse catch up, I think. This is big. Rod pickup from the crystal. So he's found a good grind tile. Now, unfortunately, he's not able to make use of it, unfortunately, because I think they were just a little too strong. He never picked up those silver bracelets, so it's going to cost him, unfortunately. He doesn't have the armor to take those shots. It looked like the Gersharks had some punch behind him. Had some oomph. Like we bought Pro Rings. I missed that, so we're looking pretty good on Thundercloud. Pro Rings +4. Whew. On top of getting protection from armor and the best the glove slot in the game, they rolled basically max. So that's awesome. And Thundercloud remembers, so thankfully for Thundercloud, he doesn't forget about it. He's gonna get his loot. Arson, unfortunately, is gonna make the the Gregglypuff World Tour, the Inner Sea Scenic Route. Gonna make us all the way over to Matoya's. He does not want to do Ice Cave, it seems. There's the rod pickup. Now he knows he has to go to ice. And Thunder is still in the Inner Sea here. Now this is going to be interesting for Thundercloud here. He is going to get... I don't know if he checks the spike tile, but if he checks that spike tile, you could potentially see him hanging out there. He's already had to leave that very tasty Agma Fire Giant tile in Ice Cave. So really depends on how much he decides to check when he's in Marsh Cave. We're definitely trying to level up that black belt there, get it to become One Punch Man. We're only 23 minutes in, and look at how many key items we've already found. That's a lot. That's just Inner Sea stuff. Arson's gonna make his way. He's gonna check out Ice Cave, and he's gonna find out that, oh, there's some nasty stuff here. Frost Wolves with Blaze. Wolves with Nuke. Yeah, you know, lots of fun stuff. Alright, let's all keep an eye on the left hand. Ooh, Mute comes out. That is annoying, but thankfully Thunder is able to run from it. Gonna pick up his Chime. Now, does he leave or does he check the spike tile with the black belt? He leaves. Alright, so he doesn't know about it. So now we are on the B-side tiles. We're on the B-side encounter, or yeah, the spike tiles. So Three Eyes could be out there. I'm trying to find out what else could be out there that's going to be good experience. I guess Manticores could be out there. Either that or else he's going to go back to Ice Cave. Maybe he finds easy rock goals. Oh, there is the double fighter spike tile that's available also, so lots of things are available with that B-side encounter. It gives a lot of, or I'm sorry, the B-side spike tile that gives a lot of experience. So there's a lot out there to make, you know, both of these runners, black belts, very happy. And there's the loot. So for Thundercloud, he's basically Oxiel and key away from go mode. Same thing for over on Arson. So that's just all Inner Sea stuff. We've already found so much of our required items. There's Frost Wolves. They've got Blaze, but we get the first turn run. I haven't seen Warp. Thunder, where are you going? You gonna do Earth Cave? Gonna go hang out in Earth and take care of that since it's got some spike tiles available? decently high level. There's the cake. Unfortunately, that is Red Wizard locked. But Warp's available, so that definitely makes Waterfall and Ordeals possible. There's a Silver 4 bracelet. A free Silver 4 bracelet. Looks like Arson's not gonna do the grind either. Maybe he'll go back. See what happens. He's gonna leave. I didn't see the Frost Giant Agma grind, how it went for him. He might have just ran from it. Alright, so he finds it. He knows he can leave. I guess I should mark the ship for both of our runners here. They've already been sailing the high seas. Oh, Ordeals, how we decided that we wanted to randomize all the teleporters. Big check of the Mud Gold Spike Tile leads to Ochos and Hydras. That's exciting. Oh, Arson, you're going the right way. The ship's up there. That's one of the things, is the ship always spawns on the inner sea. So if you find the ship in the Ice Cave, it'll be in Provoca. If you find it in Volcano, it will be over at Elflin. If you find it at Matoya's, it'll be at the Matoya dock. Find it at the Dwarves, it'll be at the Dwarf dock between area and Dwarves. Thundercloud rummaging around in Ordeals. Looks like it is the 4th teleporter. That's always exciting. The very last teleporter that almost every runner will check at the very last. And Arson's back in Volcano. Is he gonna go do... Is he gonna grind? He's gonna grind. Or is he gonna take on Carry? He's got Fade charges. You're right, Spellzap, you're right. I probably would go there first. He's gonna grind. He's gonna take on these EXPs. He's gonna gain some levels. Now, is he... Looks like he's trying to get rid of the Thief, because, let's be honest, the bonus on the Thief is just not that great. Plus 40 HP, yeah, it's good in the early game. That's about it. There's the slab pickup, so we're still waiting on the floater. We have access to Mirage. That is an incentive location, which means the key item can be anywhere in Mirage 1 and 2, or in Skies 1, 2, or 3. So a lot of chests to check potentially. And I think we're going to be here for a while, says Thunderclawed, because we got sandwiches. Who's hungry? I am. I know Thunder's hungry. So everything that I said of, hey, Thunder could be potentially missing out on really good experience fights is rewarded going to Ordeals. And, yeah, we'll be looking pretty good here. Yeah. This red mage is never going to die, by the way. The plus 40 vitality is, it's gonna take a while. Gonna cast Defense Sword, raise the evasion, so he's not wasting heal potions on the black belt. We're actually hitting pretty good now, so that's good. 6 turns later, and we're able to kill the red mage, so not too bad at all. Alright. One Punch Man. Cue the montage. The training montage. Black belt is grinding. And what Thunderclaw does on the left side, he makes sure to put a low-level character up front. That is what monsters roll their morale against, based on their levels. So with that low-level thief, he doesn't have to worry about the sandwiches running, since once he gets to about 25-ish is when sandwiches really begin to run. Now the only thing with this grind is he could potentially run into something kind of dangerous because he's moving forward that encounter table. He has a defense sword. He doesn't have any AoE clear spells. So he's got to be careful that his HP doesn't drop low. I don't think we've seen it. Arson's going back in. Maybe getting high enough to take on Carry, but the longer he grinds on this many characters, I think it gives a big advantage towards Thunderclaw, which is about 1 dungeon and a grind ahead right now. Yeah, there's definitely, for anybody, you know, for the YouTubers out there that's watching this, there's a discussion going on in chat about what level does Thundercloud go. And, you know, with the defense, you have the 32 that's available. We do have Temper that is available if you promote. I'm not saying he's going to, but it is available for that Red Wizard. But with no ribbon on the Red Wizard and such, I don't know. I'm not a black belt expert. 42 for me. And the joke. There we go. Thank you, Zardia. Zardia coming in. Zar coming in saying a sandy tile. There we go. Chaos's comedy tour is kicked off properly with a proper joke. Arson's actually doing a big treasure dive here. Looking for anything potentially to help out here. I don't mind this. Read checks. Looking for something, anything good. The Karibes, unfortunately, are not a very good source of experience. We're level 18 across the board for ArsonHorse. We're going to try and take on our first Fiend, Carry. We've got Fade, we've got, I think, a Fast available. Yep, we're gonna try the fast. We have a defense sword. Left-hand side, Thunderclad 5 levels away from that magic level 42 on that black belt. And the black belt gets 10 hits and punches everything. Carry, right-hand side, says White Mage, take a seat. Red Mage says, I got this. Fade lands. Down goes Carry. So, orb advantage for ArsonHorse. Takes the dive. Gets rid of Carry early. Orb. So now we are we're still one dungeon ahead and a grind for Thunderclad. Now, slowly caught up because we took out Carry, but the volcano unfortunately is really easy to do when you're in go mode. That's a level 40 black belt. 2 more levels. One Punch Man is almost a go. I think basically ArsonHorse at this point really needs to do ordeals. Get the grind and hope that with a 2-person party, he really gets slowed down in Temple of Fiends visit. Maybe bad turn order, you know, just anything. Because right now, Thunder's looking really good. There it is. 42. Takes the chair to get out of ordeals. Walks out. So we're still in Oxiel and a key away. We don't need floater with these parties, essentially, because we've got fast that is learnable for our red mage. You really don't need temper, especially with a 42 black belt. You really just need lock. We still haven't found the key item, the shop item. There's the shop item. It's a ruby. Titans is not incentive, but it allows us to visit Sarda. ArsonHorse has gone to ordeals. We know he's going to probably grind here once he gets there. That's right, as Zar has sent out a link in chat. That is our link to our Discord. You can join up, get that spectator tag, and be able to get pinged basically whenever a race happens for spring tournament. We have a schedule of all races, so you'll be able to know when they're coming up and root for your favorite racers. Matter of fact, tomorrow, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the R-Pod or the Red Anklo, Groggy Dog takes on Pizza 34. That's going to be over on Speed Gaming. So the channel is to be determined, but at 7 o'clock you will be able to witness Groggy Dog versus Pizza. That is their first game of their pod. And as of right now, Tuesday at 7 p.m. also, Min versus Papa Dux. That is the iPod, or the ePod. Bottle pickup for Thunder, so I'm starting to... Ooh, that's a big pickup. There's the ribbon. That Red Wizard's going to be happy for Thunderclad. So, the one advantage Arson had was the ribbon. Well, we found that ribbon now for Thunderclad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got kind of sidetracked there, but as Crabcakes has said, probably not floaters, and I gotta agree with you on that one. Now, you can do Sky Sky is somewhat quick, somewhat not. Depends on where the incentive item is. Where the key item is. Oh, accidentally, ArsonHorse is going to run into that encounter. He doesn't want to take that on too many times. Here's the Tyros. The question in chat, were these drafted? No, they were forced. Thunder asked, do you mind if we do for forced? Arson said, you know what? We're doing it. Sure, why not? And they got a pretty good party. Especially the HP on the red mage was huge. So the red mage got plus 40 vitality, which is huge. And the black belt got plus 15 agility. Just made it a little bit harder to hit. A little harder to hit. But ArsonHorse finds the sandwich station. He's grinding. I wonder how long until he gets rid of his two black or his mages, because he needs to get rid of them quickly. He needs to get that grind and get going. The white mage is able to equip the defense sword, but that's not really that important. I mean, it could have been, but yeah, it's not really that great right now. And the poor thief unfortunately got a flat HP bonus of 40, so nothing good there. Less than greater than. There's a katana plus 1. So that thief is actually looking pretty good if we didn't have the One Punch Man. I think the longer Arson on the right-hand side keeps doing this, I think is gonna, you know, it's slowly hurting him more and more, but I totally understand it, though. Oh, he's leaving. He gonna come back? Or is he going 21? Is he gonna just do 21 and keep the party? Oh, so this was the thing in chat is mid-20s black belt. We have fast. We have temper. If you go with a promoted red wizard, you do have temper, but it's level 6. Red wizards won't be able to spellcast level 6 until level 20, or tier 6 magic until they're level 20. So that is a very big bummer there. The Bane chest, or the Bane sword chest is nothing. There's a black shirt that casts ice too. So yeah, definitely Arson's gonna go, I think, and just take fights as he goes. Now this is gonna be interesting here. This will allow him to catch up in progression wise, but killing fiends could be potentially taking a lot longer, because the black belt's basically gonna 1 or 2 round most of these fights by itself. Thunder says, see you later, Sky 2. We're going to Sky 3, where there's more chests in the in areas. Hail find. So the ruby leads to the floater. More than likely. Unless the ruby leads to Oxale and then you have to do Sea Shrine to get to the floater or the key. It could definitely lead to a TNT, but yeah, it could definitely be key into I mean, there's a whole lot of options. I mean, not a whole lot, but there's some. But there's the second ribbon. So both mages for ArsonHorse now are protected from all elements. Key into Oxiel, floater, and TFC, says Spellzap. Wow. That's true. Warmech. Will we see the Warmech? I mean, if we're seeing a whole bunch of fighters, though. More than likely, Thunder will probably run from it, but alright. Tiamat's about to get punched. Oh, what turn order? Fast comes out. Oh, that's a 20 hit black belt. Here we go. 20 hits, 1700. Air orb is lit for Thunderclawed. Tiamat gets knocked 2,000 years into the past. What'd I do? Somebody called it in chat, the TNT! It was Czar calling it out. The TNT comes from the ruby, so... We got more fetch quests. Will this lead to the key? Will this lead to the Oxiel? Stay tuned. Both of our runners high five back over by Sarda. Right, both of our runners do have the slab. There's the Ox. We have a TFC possibility here, folks. Oh no. Wait, no we don't. What am I talking about? Yeah, no key. So it would be, well, it could though, Spellzap, because if the Oxiel, yeah. Or I mean the Oxiel could, or the C in a floater, yeah. C in a floater, and then they have the slab and the bottle turning, which could be key, so they gotta go back in. Or no, that would be weird. What am I talking about? That's not right, because you found the incentive in Sky or in C. Hello. But ArsonHorse gonna go down, going to do the Sea Shrine. Gonna hang out with Kraken. All those fancy sea creatures. Lobsters have thunder, but we have two ribbons. We're gonna do the left-hand side, doing the doing Lich while he's here. I like it. Thunder's doing Lich. Right-hand side, Arson has made the trek all the way to Sea Shrine. Now, any one of these chests, either on the left-hand side going into Kraken, could potentially have the key item, or on the right-hand side going into the Mermaids could have it. The decision: do you go Kraken side first? Do you go you know, go and take on Kraken at lower levels? Or do you go right-hand side, gain some levels while checking chest on the mermaid side, and then taking on Kraken? Lich goes down. Bye-bye. Well, the good news, at least for ArsonHorse, is as he's diving this, he's getting some decent experience fights here. He's getting the Gur Sharks, he's getting the big eyes. And Rojo pointing out, it feels like the incentive's never on Kraken. You know, I actually have the opposite one. It's always in Sharknado. Right where Arson was just at, underneath when you first come in. Uh-oh, there's lobsters. They got thunder. Now, unfortunately for the lobsters, they're really not much of a threat to Arson, potentially, just because he's got ribbons. There's a mage fighter tile. I will say, though, grinding in the Sea Shrine, not really recommended. I'm just going to tell people. I do not like solo grinding here, ever. Kraken is way too terrifying. I've wiped way too many times from Kraken 1 just demolishing me. Alright, so Kraken side. No bueno, no good. Both of our runners are gonna have to do mermaid side. We know it's not in the TFC room because all of our incentive checks have been done that we can get to. So it is definitely not in TFC. That's, as Rob has pointed out, definitely you do have a potential chance of running into a lot of enemies. You don't want to run into lobsters because they can come in 6-pack of lobsters and they will just punch your black belt down very quickly. But I gotta be honest, I've had more bad luck going up against Kraken than I have against the enemies, but he brings up a very good point. The sea enemies will eat you alive if you are solo. Pinch pinch. Oh, lots of... There's the thunder coming out, taking out 2 of the enemies. Oh, they're casting. Casting happily all over Thundercloud. Lobsters with quad X. That's exciting. Hey, wait, that's nachos. I just realized nachos were those aren't that bad of an experience. Some yum yum nachos. Alright, here comes Kraken. ArsonHorse is going to take it on. We're going to do fast and a defense. Oh, the red mage with the plus 40 vitality, able to get out the fast. Fade comes out, doesn't crit, does very minimal damage. More defense coming out on the black belt. Fade. Oof. Bye, red mage. Last defense. We're gonna max evade by White Mage. Black Belt, Hope in a Dream. 10 hits for 248. And hits for, so we've done about almost 600 damage. We haven't hit the vanilla threshold there. There we go. Nice job. Well done by ArsonHorse. Used the defense sword. Get max evade. Then punches out. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't do this to ArsonHorse. Don't you dare. This is what happens. Low level black belt does not have the MDef to resist these touches. Oh no. Did not move the ribbon. I don't blame him. Come on, get him out. No! Oh, that is just heartbreaking. Thunderclawed, one punches. Kraken doesn't take an encounter. ArsonHorse wipes out. Has to go back through. That is, yeah. Oh, that's. I mean, not much you can do there except for, I mean, even equipping a ribbon, I don't think actually protects you from it. And yeah, I mean that's the downside, as we pointed out, is you're solo against multiple enemies. You don't have the MDef to resist stuff. That is heartbreaking. Yeah, point out, I mean, the only way he might have got ambushed. I didn't see his input. The only way, as was pointed out, is you hope to get a defense sword cast. That's the only way you could potentially survive that, but you don't know that they have that unless you've seen it earlier. So the first thing you think of is run. Alright. Thunder is in Mermaid's side. Hanging out with the mermaids. Hanging out with the I Am Legendary Mermaid. I'm not gonna lie. For everybody out there, I was really hoping the TFC chest would have had it. Because it would have been perfect, because this is the TFC pod. Oh, it's gonna be the very last chest that Thunderclawed checks. There's the floater. Hooray! Arson's trying to decide what he wants to do here. Probably save. The real Super Pleb pointing out he's not really liking the random incentive chest, but at the same time he likes it. Yeah, kind of how it is. But at the same time, I think it's a lot better than loose, because at least then you have an idea of where it's at. I think that's the reason why you like it. And at the same time, it still reminds you of loose because you got to check a bunch of chests. The 1 hour, 2 minute mark. Thunderclawed is in the air. 3 orbs lit. Now, if you are anybody that's racing right now, how do you feel about this? 1 hour, 2 minutes. You're just now getting in the air. Do you feel ahead? Do you feel behind? About the same? I want to hear your thoughts in chat. How do you feel about this right now? Here's the key. So that's go mode for Thunderclawed. That was a quick check. Didn't even have to do the slab translation and turn in Lefane. So he is a volcano carry kill away with Thundercloud, and then he's going to be diving into Temple of Fiends Revisited. Some of you are saying I'm feeling pretty good considering where the footer was. That's fair. Sarah's insane. He would have rather found the key and gone floaterless. That's fair too. Rojo saying, yeah, the floater seemed like it was behind a lot of stuff and you're almost done if you're Thunder. Yeah, I would say Thunder's probably feeling pretty good about it. You got the early grind with the Peds, took advantage of it, gained about, up to level 17. Was able to get through Ice Cave really well. He did get nuked. Harry says, hello, I've got many arms. There's no way you could take me out. One Punch Man says, that's adorable. See you later at 2,000 years in the past. Arson trying to make his way through here. He's got to watch out for those sea snakes. They've got paralyzing touch. Oh, lobsters with blaze. So, oh no. So this is the one thing with ribbons is, ribbons are great, but if your HP pool is not very high and there's a lot of enemies that are casting on you, and let's say you can't run, that's a wipe for ArsonHorse there. I mean, Blaze is a high damaging skill. It's a fire. And then you have a Thunder, which is lightning. Wipes out ArsonHorse again. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Randomizer, ArsonHorse. Condolences. Like, we feel for you here. In the broadcast booth, in Twitch chat. We're here to support you. And that was... This seed is just not nice. For any sort of low-level black belt, this seed is just not nice in general. And I like the play. He goes, he instantly leaves and does something else. I'm sure he's got some, choice words he said. But the play himself is, he's moving on. He's keep the game progressing. That's really good of him. Squint comes out. We have a white mage down for Thunderclawed already, so one of our meat shields is already down. Well, we're gonna take on Lich too. We are pirate casting this. I said I wasn't going to talk a whole lot, but you know what? It's been a very intriguing match altogether. Lich 2 goes down. One Punch Man says, see you later. Looks like we have a slab translation over on ArsonHorse, so he's going to go check it out. This should be the white shirt, unless he's grinding for Tyros. Oh, maybe he realizes he doesn't have it. Here comes a... Oh, nope. One Punch Man decides to go out of turn order so we don't get the big hit from the black belt. I think ArsonHorse is going to check the Temple of Fiends locked room as as Thundercloud left-hand side gets a 20 hitter on carry too. And we're... oh no. The Caribes are in the lock chest. Oh, that's a whole lot of lobsters. But we get the turn. The run. Wow. That's 6 lobsters. Ooh, there's some paralyzing touch and thunder and blaze. Lit 3. Great turn order for Thunderclad here. There's the power bonk. So Canary Locked had the power bonk. That's pretty big for ArsonHorse with that low-level black belt. Alright. Thief in front. Thief's gonna take the hit. Hopefully we don't back row from Kraken. Doesn't matter. We got good turn order. See you later, Kraken 2. ArsonHorse on the right-hand side going into Earth Cave. Maybe see if there's a Spike Tile or two. Maybe in Earth 4 just before the Lich. Big punch by Tiamat takes out our our Thief Meat Shield. We're down to 2 characters remaining on Thunderclad's side. A very, well, not very strong hit by Tiamat. Can't keep up by the punching damage of the black belt. Rock Gulls are going to waste some time. Nope, we're going to run very quickly. We're on the Chaos floor on the left-hand side. We're looking pretty good here. I don't think we're really going to have much trouble here. Not trying to jinx it, but, I mean, this... I like it. He's switching over. He's equipping his black belt with a ribbon, a pro ring. You know, trying to get as much absorb as possible on this since he's losing a lot of absorb by equipping stuff. Got the resistances to all elements. So if Cass happens to get it low and cast Quad X, he won't die. Big punch, 1,000 damage. That's a good start. Another big hit, 877. We've almost done vanilla HP. There it is. GG for Thunderclad. Thunderclad finishes exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes in. Yes, make sure to give out the GGs to Thunderclad. Make sure, you know, GGs out to ArsonHorse also for... He's playing through this, so... You know, he's playing still. He hasn't quit. But, those 2 wipes in C really hurt him, but, you know... Hey, speaking of Thunderclad, there he is. You want to join in for a little interview, Thunder? I'll hop in a channel if you want to chat. Alright. Hop down in broadcast booth 1. And hopping in the broadcast, the Bicky broadcast booth. How's it going, Thunder? GG's. Pretty good. I told myself I was only going to, you know, to do a small amount of broadcasting, and I ended up casting the whole thing. So, you know, it was fun.
Nice. One man Restream the crew.
That's right.
Yeah. And you've been dealing with getting over like being sick, right? Coughing a lot and stuff.
I had this sore throat, yeah. So
yeah, I got the same thing. I got a cough going today. I'm trying not to cough right now.
yeah, sorry for everybody in chat. I had to speak, or I had to turn up Thunder because my settings had changed. So Thunder, well, so your early game, you danned off 2 of your characters. You danned off your Thief, you danned off your White Mage. You went to Volcano for items. You picked up a defense sword, and then you found, well, a very tasty Peed grind tile. That was a nice opening move.
Yeah, the Peds overall just were good luck for me today. When I was walking down to Crescent Lake on the southern path, I was like, okay, maybe I'll see Peds along the way. And then when I did, I had like less than 100 HP on my 2 characters. Like, I kind of don't want to see Peds, and then they popped up in a 4-pack. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna wipe. And then I threw a Hail Mary Fade out, and they all rolled like lower than 140 HP, and I was like, oh, Peds are great today. And then they just popped up on that tile in Volcano later, and I was like, great, all my charges.
Right, and then like even when you were walking out too, you ran into more Peds. You ran into like a fire hydrant too.
Out. They were just like being generous as they could be for me today.
Right, and then so you did that, and then you went and did Ice Cave, which was, well, interesting because what was it? Wolves had Nuke, Frost Wolves had Blaze.
Yep.
So that, you know, because you went out to an early lead because you did those Peds and you gained those experiences early. You know, with the 2-person party, it was great because your red mage was so huge, you know, almost like.
Yeah. When I was looking at the blessings, I was like, plus 40 vitality, okay. Then I thought about it, and I was like, hold on a second. My red mage is gonna have a ton of HP when I get to like level 20. He did. He had like 600 HP almost.
Yeah, I mean, that was just under level 20.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, yeah, I just happened to notice that, and I'm like, wow, that's a really chunky.
Yeah, usually when you think like the plus 40, you're thinking, oh, I got the plus 40 agi. And I'm like, wait, plus 40 vitality is a lot different. Hold on here.
This is a lot better than what I thought.
Yeah.
So you went in there, you wiped a couple times, and then you finally made it through. You got the ship, and then once you got out of the inner sea, you went to Ordeal, and then you got the sandworms. And it was funny is I was worried about it because you went to Marsh, and ArsonHorse had found the Gershark's big eyes.
Oh, nice.
And you had just missed being able to do the fire giants and Agamas because your black belt had just died just before that. And everybody in chat's like, wow, that's bad luck. Like, you just lost it right then.
Yeah, I was more worried about I'd have to do a 3rd dive to finish Ice Cave after that, but thankfully I got out that time. I didn't want to grind. Usually, my experience, when you're under like level 20 and you're trying to 2-man grind even with the Agamas and Giant, it's a bad day. You just take so much damage and it's so risky.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely one thing that is potentially there is, yeah, at low levels, but I was like, you got the fade charges, you can get yourself high enough, maybe you can do it.
Because those Agamas can roll like 450 or more HP, and the Giant even higher. So
yeah.
like you get that situation, you try fading your first turn, you might not make it out in turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, if they roll up, yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where if they roll multiple hits, yeah, it's not worth it. But yeah, I was worried because like he found that tile, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of high experience fights we've already found. We got the Peds already. You found that Agama tile, and then we found the Big Eye and Gersharks. I'm like, well, what's left? We have Manticores. We got the fighter tile, which we see ArsonHorse doing.
When I saw the fighter tile, I was like, oh, that would have been a little bit nicer, but the worms were pretty good. I couldn't complain, really.
Yeah, you can't complain at all, because they really did. It was funny, though, because in chat we were wondering, we're like, how long is it going to take to kill this, 600 HP or 500 HP red wizard? And he took off the armor, and they were actually hitting accurately, which was amazing.
Yeah, yep.
Because
usually when I try that, they miss, or they just target the bottom slot more often than they should.
So yeah, I mean, thank you RNG targeting the right person and actually hitting your shot. So you were able to save a lot of time.
Yeah, I was slightly nervous of off-tile encounters too, but none popped up the whole grind. So I was like, great, got the long run during the grind.
Yeah, that was another concern too. I'm glad you pointed that out too. I wanted to say that. I was like, he's pushing that encounter tile, but we haven't really seen anything that's been dangerous, but you never know. But yeah, it seemed like you played that very well. Obviously, the seed was nice in general, outside of obviously the nukes, the blazes. If you were high enough level. Now, if you weren't, in the case of ArsonHorse, he found out is Lobster. I mean, you found this out too. Lobsters had Thunder, they had Quad X, they had Blaze. And then Sea Snakes had Paralyzing Touch. So because he was in the low 20s, after rusing up his black belt on Kraken because he was just ahead of you on the Kraken kill, actually. He bruised up. He killed Kraken with a fasted, I think it was 24 or 25 black belt. And he's trying to get out, and he runs into sea snakes with paralyzing touch, and he basically dies. There's nothing he can do.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Yeah, so it was like if you were low leveled, you just were punished relentlessly. Like there was just nothing, unfortunately, you could do because, even with the 2 ribbons he had, he was getting thundered and blazed down, and he wiped because of that too, because he just didn't have the HP behind it.
Yeah, even with the ribbon, it was scary. Maybe seeing a 6 or 7 pack of lobsters and all of them go with thunder, you could still you could die. It was pretty sketch. And then I only had the 1 ribbon, so if my black belts MDef didn't resist a thunder or 2 and 5 of 1 out, it's been bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting though, because we always say black belt 42 easy mode. Well, it is, but it isn't at the same time because you got to worry about more of the enemies out there because your black belt's strong, but everybody else is normally low.
That's true.
Your rest of your party is very susceptible to enemy attacks.
Very true.
The Tiamat fight here for ArsonHorse. Now, the one thing that I really like about ArsonHorse, because I haven't really been able to watch a lot because I am 2 years in the community, is an older runner, obviously, but his ability to rebound after that wipe both wipes was pretty nice because he didn't really stop. He went right back into it. After the second wipe where he died to the lobsters, I said, you know what? I got the floater. We'll just go do something else. It was instant. Hey, you know what? It's cool. Hats off.
That floater was annoying. I was really hoping it was going to be Key, and then Key led to floater and Keylock Canaria, so I could just skip it. But no, had to turn into floater.
I was really hoping it was going to be the TFC chest somehow, just to go with your pod, but...
Yeah, that would have been pretty accurate, huh?
Oh, I think Spiders had some spell or something of course Danny rolled this.
I think they had mute.
Oh, was that it? Oh, that's not too bad then.
Maybe not. I don't know. I could be thinking different seed. I've ran so many the past couple days. They all blend together.
Alright, so I guess moving forward here is Arson's going to try and get his revenge on Kraken here. You are now 1-0. In your pod, you've got the All-Star Tracker Danny, and you've also got Asher 1611 in your pod. I don't know. What are you worried about from each of these runners? I mean, I graduated with Asher, so I kind of know a little bit about him. Danny's been taught by Fizzlebeef.
Yeah, Danny is not as much of a pushover as she tries to talk herself to be. Because, like you said, she learned a lot from Lord Fizzlebeef. She's also learned all the tricks that Spellzap has to offer by just being co-op partners with him. And she can run a pretty solid game, so it's not easy like she tries to act like she would be. And Asher has contended with me plenty of times. Me and him have traded races more than just a handful of times in group races and stuff. So he's not a pushover by any means either.
So is there any special plans for either of them? I mean, you have to give away any of your secret plans. I know, you like to keep things, close up to the vest. I remember in chat or in the the pre-race that you like the 4 forced party. You're gonna try and push that on both of them?
Yeah, I'll ask them. 4 forced or draft or open. It's whatever they want to do. I think 4 forced is fun though. Makes you really have to adapt to whatever you have instead of pick your favorites.
Very true. And it's the same. That's one of the things is you don't technically lose at party select because both runners have to run it. Now in this case, you got handed a very, good party. It wasn't all black mages or,
This party was pretty generous for 4 force. The only thing ArsonHorse didn't want was nuns in the forest. I would prefer nuns to be enforced, actually, but we'll see if my opponents want to do that kind of thing.
That is pretty spicy, adding nuns into it. Something that I like to have my options. I like to run with my 4 forest either way, and then I can hold on to all of them and be like, "You're my meat shield. Go."
Shields is if you don't have life, they tend to die off before you need them. So if you stand them in the game, so kind of, if you have 4 characters or 2, I feel like you just end up in the same situation in the end usually.
Yeah, well, kind of like with yours, because you lost your white mage really early in your Topher dive, and then it did its job. Shot.
Run, which I like. That's what I like about the thief in this flag set, with everything being runnable. The thief can add value at no matter what level it is, just running through dungeons and stuff.
ArsonHorse runs into his evil nemesis, the lobsters. Able to get away. A solo lobster decides that it has to cast before going down, to waste all our heal potion spells.
Which had so much good magic in the early levels that the red mage was locked out of too.
Yes.
Red mage couldn't get life 2, wall, or cure 4.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that well, there goes the white mage. So much for having good spells. But big shot, 10 hits, 843, one shots cracking. We've got revenge. We don't have to take on anything at the end, thankfully. No paralyzing touch. Sea snakes are going to keep ArsonHorse down this time. But we run into Anklos. Those are no fun. So we've got 4 orbs lit. I didn't see what level we are. I think we're still at 6 hits with the black belt, so we haven't hit the level 32. Based on seeing, that should be okay. We've got a fast. I mean, it's going to take a little bit longer. You might need to power bonk at the start.
Oh yeah, 32 is totally doable. It's just if things go bad where your red mage gets punched out by like Kraken 2 or Tia 2 or all your party members but the black belt, it's kind of like you probably won't finish with just the 32 black belt. But with defense sword and power bonk, it's totally an option. I mean, I don't know if he got the defense sword.
He did. Yep. Nope. He's got the defense. He's got power bonk. He's got 2 ribbons. The Canaria locked had the power bonk.
Yeah. That means white shirt had to come from the slab chain.
Yep. Fast drag. Not gonna lie, I would slightly hope our mages don't run. So I could take the gas drag and fight and experience. The ever popular zombie and ghouls, but it's a lot better than the phantom being there.
Slight downgrade from the phantom, I'd say. Although they give more EXP and gold.
That is definitely true. That is something I've never, it's so weird. The Phantom gives 1 gold, 1 experience. You're like, wait, that's the last gatekeeper to enter in Topher, and it just gives you the 1. Really?
Kind of odd, considering the Fiend 2s give you some EXP.
Grindlich too. I'm trying to think of anything that, if anybody in chat wants to ask Thundercloud any question. Ooh, Gurmadusas with poison damage.
Ooh.
Oh no, that would
I
have.
didn't see that one.
That would have been very disastrous for you, I think. With bad turn order, that could have. I mean,
yeah.
Your white mage, your thief goes down pretty much instantly. Jin down to little Cure 4 hype.
Ooh, clutch Cure 4 probably. Oh, Stinger.
You know, I like this one. Rubes in chat saying, because it's the TFC pod, you guys have to have a runner's agreement that no matter what, you have to open the TFC chest.
You know, that's actually kind of fun. I wish I would have thought about that before this race. If Danny and Asher want to do that agreement, I'll do it.
Yeah, like just realizing that, I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool, Rubes. I like
You know what'd be really fun is if everybody, like whatever pod you had, most of the people have like enemies, right? So like if you had that enemy, you have to encounter that enemy before you finish. Or like if it's like the Hooray Dwarf pod, you have to talk to the Hooray Dwarf.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You have to like interact with whatever your pods.
Yeah, that'd be great.
In some fashion.
So Carry 2 gets pretty well chunked by a level 31 black belt.
Vorpal pod.
The Vorpal, yeah, you have to equip the Vorpal. I like it.
That one.
But there goes down Carry 2 for ArsonHorse, so far this black belt, yeah, kill, yes, cast everything you can. That is Sea Snakes with Paralyzing Touch. Our black belt, actually I think our black belt's okay now.
Yeah, and those lobsters had some chunky HP because I threw a lit 3 out at one group, and I did like 280 and 282 to one of them, or two of them. They didn't die, and then 288 to the other one. I was like, really?
That red mage is getting chunked. Did he not put the ribbon on his red mage?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
like his red mage has been taking full damage.
Maybe he put it on the black belt since it's a lower level. If that is, I mean that's a heads-up play because you know the black belt wasn't getting hit as hard, and plus with life 2, if the red mage goes down, you know you can just revive it. And as Thunderclad points out, these snakes getting hit for 300 plus damage and not going down, so that's always exciting. Lobster's not going down. There's the blaze. That's going to take out the red mage.
Well, at that point, you kind of hope it does faster to life 2 it up.
The FFR special where you can't even kill the enemy. I mean, your light warrior. I got waters. Yeah, I think we need to hop in, talk with the spring tournament committee and be like, yeah, so, if we're going to name these pods, I think we're going to have to make our runners do these things. Especially Saracen, he has to find the Vorpal every time.
Pod has it probably pretty much the easiest if they just require Warmech every seed that they roll.
Right? Why is the Warmech pod always in the Bridge of Destiny? It's been like 2 hours. Why haven't they found it yet?
Bridge pod. That should be pretty easy.
Right? Wait, no, because it's loose. Isn't it? No, it's not. Never mind. No, that's in brackets. That's right. In brackets, the bridge would be loose. So
True. Yep.
That'd be great. You have to find the bridge. We're getting close to Kraken. Kraken didn't hit very hard because it punched their black belt. I think it only did like about 100 to 200 damage at most. You didn't cast a defense sword on it.
Yeah, no, he didn't hit too hard.
So that's somewhat good. Now, of course, it was a level 42, but... Alright.
You gonna get a cheeky Bane sword kill? Oh,
What's
he's not going for it.
I was gonna say, what's the percentage chance on that?
That would be a 3 of 256 there.
3 and 256. I think we're just gonna go with punch strats today. But we're gonna power bonk. We're gonna fast. There goes our life caster.
Oh my gosh, it's every time.
If you bring a white mage, Kraken will find it.
It's insane how accurate he gets that white mage no matter where it sits.
You're not lying. Like, honestly, I think you should just put the white mage up front and maybe it just that confuses Kraken or something like that. Because look, now it's just casting. It's like, hey, I killed the white mage. Let me cast now.
That's like the opposite of the FFR special.
Oh no.
Should be fine, I think, though.
Yeah, we definitely gotta hope. Tiamat hit pretty hard, if I remember correctly.
Tia hit for like 300 or 400.
That's right. Logic right there. Kraken can't back row if the white mage isn't in the back row. So we need to keep up the red mage, definitely, because we're going to need... Oh, no, he power staffed. He didn't power bonk. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, there we go. Now the power bonk. So player 2, return, essentially. We do want to keep up the thief. Maybe we get that lucky bane. I like it. Might as well cast it. Now we're going to punch. Okay, the 580. If I remember correctly, you punched it pretty quickly, so it's about 1,000 to 1,300 maybe at most.
Should be dead this round.
We need a big hit. Come on, Fell. Help out ArsonHorse here. Unfortunately, we lose the thief.
Of course. Just had to get the bad turn order.
Right. Oh no. Leave us alone.
Oh no.
Fog 2, spamming. Great.
That's better than punch.
It definitely is.
Holy moly, these things gotta have so much absorbed by the time they're done.
Yeah, that's, what? There's, 5 of them, so yeah, they're about 70 absorb if all of them cast. Or a little bit more than that. Additional 70 absorb. I think the black belt would have a hard time punching that. Alright. 2-person party here. Arson is going to try and finish it out here. Bless him. Everybody in chat, bless him some RNG. I wish we had that emote, because right now he needs it. Let's see him get through this. Level 33 black belt, level 33 red mage that's got a lot of HP. Look at that, 728 HP.
He drops the power staff so he doesn't accidentally use it. I love it.
I don't blame him. There's the defense sword. The fast comes out big. Nuclear comes out. That's not the turn order we want. Heal strats, I like it. Another defense. Raise that evasion. Kraken or Chaos crits the red mage. That's not what we want to see. Maybe cast the lock? I was going to say, maybe cast the lock just in case. I don't remember how evasive it was, but got nothing else to do. Okay. Now what are we going to do? More lock strats. Lower that evasion. We're gonna punch. 10 hits. We're hitting them all for about 500 with some crits. Chaos is missing. We're hitting. Ooh, 793. Great hit. 1,200 damage. About 1,600 damage dealt. So, we're at vanilla. We're close here. 2,300. Nuclear comes out. 197 left on the black belt. There we go. GG for ArsonHorse. Give him some GGs in chat, everybody.
GG.
Way to finish out. Whew. What a battle. I mean, just, you know, he was about 3-4 minutes behind you for the most part. And then, like I said, the grind you did probably is the one thing that, you know, sped you up because you're able to do it. Obviously, you ended up doing the peds a little bit later with a 3-person party. It took a little bit longer. And then, obviously, the 2 wipes in C. But, you know, once Arson maybe gets a little more practice under his belt, gets himself set up, I think he's going to come back. So Danny and Asher really need to watch out because he played pretty well for somebody that I haven't seen play in a little while. So nice job, ArsonHorse. And with,
yeah, I'm curious how much he actually played before this. Because if that's just coming up out of, a year of basically not playing, that's pretty good.
That was, I mean, yeah. He looked pretty good there. A little rusty, but I mean, other than that, well done by ArsonHorse there. I appreciate everybody that's in chat. Once again, if you are not part of the community, you can head on over into our Discord. There's our little website. We have a YouTube that's up there. That link will take you there. Actually, got to change that link over to it as Final Fantasy Randomizer, but you can click that link to go there. But you can join, you get that as spectator tag, be able to see when all the races are coming up. Thunder, I guess if you want to do some final thoughts before we get out of here.
Sure, yeah. Welcome to Spring Tournament 2021. Next week, all the races have potential to be actual broadcasted on Randomizer and Speed Gaming and RPG Limit Break. So for the next 3 weeks, keep your eyes peeled if you want to watch a whole bunch of pods races going on.
And just to remind everybody once again, tomorrow, Monday, April 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Groggy Dog versus Pizza 34. That is the R-Pod or the Red Anklo. And that's going to be broadcasted on Speed Gaming family of networks. Channel is we don't know yet. Can't even speak right now. It's been, but so tomorrow we should have an updated on what channel that's going to be. So make sure to check that out. And thanks a lot for stopping by. Have a good night.